Good morning, Bates. It is Thursday. How you doing, Larry? How you doing, Kat?
Doing great, thanks. How are
Doing
you?
awesome. Happy to
Oh,
be
well.
here.
Yeah, the weather's been nice the last couple of days. It's been nice to get outside, in the low 40s, but it feels so much warmer, doesn't it?
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
No wind. I like it.
No wind. I think that's the big thing. So I know everyone's having fun outside at recess at school. Hopefully, those who are remote are also getting an opportunity to get outside, whether during your lunch break or after school. We got to take advantage of this weather. I know it's going to be almost 50 on Saturday, but I think it's going to be a lot of rain. So let's get outside today and tomorrow before the rain comes.
hmm
All right. And so we've been talking about Amistad Week and being kind to others. And so, Kat, I know before we got on, we were talking about volume, tone, and words and things we say to people. So what do we mean by that?
So it's what you say and how you say it. So I could be saying something to Larry like, "Hey, Larry, how's your day?" Or I could say to Larry, "Hey, Larry, how's your day?" I'm saying the same exact thing. I'm just using a different tone of my voice. And one sounds like I actually care, and one sounds like I'm just saying it, maybe not for a nice reason. So pay attention to how you say something, because maybe you're really meaning to you bumped into somebody and you want to say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you," but how it comes out is, "Oh, sorry," and then you're still saying sorry, but it doesn't sound like you mean it, and it doesn't sound very nice or respectful. And if you're really trying to communicate respect, you got to use a respectful tone of voice.
Absolutely. That was well put, Kat. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah. And I think sometimes, when we have a rough day, like if we have a rough morning, we come in, we're in a bad mood. A lot of times we see that sarcasm, which was what Kat was talking about, right? The tone. And so, always remember, just because you had a tough morning, you can turn around and don't put that on other people. All right. Others in this building do not want to be disrespected or treated unkindly because you're in a bad mood. Right. So really try to identify how you're feeling so that you can, communicate with others in the building appropriately. And, that goes for, teachers too, right? I mean, all anyone in the building, the front office staff, Miss Reardon, she's always nice. But, we all have our moments where we got to make sure, myself included, we got to treat everyone with respect. So all staff, all students, that's how we build community, right? So volume, tone, and words. And then what happens if someone uses a tone and you hear it happen? Is there something that we can do to address it?
Of course. So if somebody said something to me that maybe, they're very angry and they're yelling at me, even though I maybe didn't have anything to do with it, I can just say, "Listen, I really do want to hear what you have to say. I really do want to listen. I want to help, but I'm having a hard time understanding you when you're screaming at me," which happens sometimes. But it's not that I don't want to help, and it's not that I don't want to hear what you have to say. It's just the way you're saying it makes it hard for me to really catch everything that you're trying to say. So, just talk to me the way I'm talking to you in a nice, polite, respectful tone, and that's going to help everybody out. What do you think, Mr. Larry?
I agree. I agree with what you're saying, and that goes for not just like if you're, escalated and upset and you're yelling, but it's also like if you're tired too, and you're talking like this, you can't really understand, or we can't really understand what you're saying. So just making sure that you're being clear and speaking clearly to people is that's important.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's two-way respect, right? Two-way conversations, two-way respect. Talk to others how you want to be talked to. And again, that's for all of our community, right, Kat?
Always. And you know what? Sometimes you're going to maybe disagree. Maybe somebody is having feelings that, have nothing to do with you, and they're maybe taking it out on you a little bit. That's not always the best time. Your friend's frustrated with work or something like that, and they say, "Oh, whatever, just get out of my way." And you want to be like, "Well, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, please don't talk to me like that." But maybe somebody really is in a bad mood and they just need a minute. Like, it's okay to walk away from the situation, give them some time, and then when they're in a better space and you guys are having fun, you can say, "Hey, listen, I know you were upset earlier. You kind of brushed me off. You maybe talked to me in a tone of voice I didn't like. Please, I get when you're mad. Please just don't talk to me like that. That wasn't very nice. I wouldn't treat you that way." So you don't need to address it right in the moment. Sometimes it can wait till later.
Yeah, absolutely.
going off that too, Miss Cat, if somebody, corrects you for your tone of voice, that doesn't mean that that person's being disrespectful. They might just not have understood what you were saying. And by asking to repeat yourself, they really are showing that they care about what you're saying, but, they just weren't able to understand. So when somebody corrects you, that doesn't mean that that person is being disrespectful. They just weren't able to understand what you were saying.
Absolutely. Especially, times are challenging, so we want to make sure that everyone feels respected and heard, right? So let's make sure that we continue those values: safe, responsible, and respectful. As we move forward, today is the first day we have our 4th grade students in the building. I know they're excited and ready to go, those who are in person. We want to have a great day, but we also want to follow these values. And they haven't been in school in, 10 months, similar to the 3rd grade early in the week. So we're going to welcome them today, and it's going to be a fantastic day. And, it's even better that it's going to start on Amistad Week. To have Mr. Larry in the studio. He's going to provide the Amistad chant for us. And he has a nice little routine for us. Are you ready, Mr. Ross?
Ready as I'll ever be, I guess.
Right. And so
All right.
before he gets going, Mr. Ross was stretching out and do some calisthenics. So he is ready to go. So he's going to bring his A game right now. When you're ready, nice and loud.
All right. So I said the chant yesterday, but now I said there was a dance to go with it. So I'm going to put them both together. So it is, we are the AMISTAD, Amistad, we can't be, yeah.
Wow. That's great, Mr. Ross. Way to crush it.
Thank you.
I know it's only us two. If we were in front of people would be going wild right now. I know that. They'd be excited. And I want to see that, those chants from our Amistad, students this year. I can't wait to have our pep rallies again when we have that opportunity. It's going to be wonderful. So thank you, Mr. Ross. It takes a lot of courage to get up there and do that.
It's not always easy. Even for staff, it's hard sometimes. Yeah. So.
and I gave it a nice solid 8.5 out of 10.
I thought it was really good.
I think the volume, and that's not something that you can control. So nice job today.
But there was good enthusiasm, and I think you really meant it, and I appreciate that. That was great.
Right. That's right.
All right.
It was, Mr. JB, helped create the dance part of that. I know he wasn't here to be able to, do the chant, but he would have if he could have. So thanks for, incorporating the heart and the keys in there, the 2 symbols of Amistad. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right. So tomorrow, we'll have the Beacons of the Week. We're going to record those students on Friday tomorrow. So this is the first Beacons of the Week of the new year. So continue to, exhibit those core values: safe, responsible, and respectful. Represent your houses and your classrooms. And we can't wait to see you on morning for the morning announcements. So we're going to wrap it up for today. Anyone want to take it away?
Yeah, Larry, you're the star of the show today.
All right. As always, it's a great day to be great.